Good morning. Now, in continuation with the Mendel's experiment, in the previously we have studied how Mendel conducted experiment on pea plants, and that was a monohybrid cross where he has studied the inheritance of one gene. Now, in continuation with his experiments, he has studied the inheritance of two genes also. Mendel crossed pea plants that are different in two characters. Now, as seen in the crosses in the pea plant that has seeds with the yellow color, round shape, and one that has seed of the green color and the wrinkled shaped. So these were the traits that he has chosen this time. This time more than one character that is chosen, which are contrasting traits. Mendel found that the seeds resulting from the crossing of the parents had yellow colored and round shaped seeds. Yellow color and round shaped seeds. And here we can tell the characters of the pair, the shape which was dominant. So this yellow color was dominant over green. Yellow color was dominant over green, and we also see that the round shape was dominant over the wrinkle shape. And the genotype. So this was the phenotype, round, yellow, wrinkled, green, and this is the genotype that is being taken up. Now, yellow color was dominant over green and round shape is dominant over the wrinkled, and these results were identical to those that he got when he made separated monohybrid crosses between yellow and green seed plants and between round and wrinkled seed plants. Now he used the genotype symbol Y for dominant, and here Y he has used for dominant, capital Y, yellow color, and small y for the recessive he has used, and R, capital R, he has used for round shaped, and small r for the wrinkle shaped seeds. And the gametes which were being produced, they will be of this combination, of these combinations. And when Mendel self hybridized the F1 plants and he found ratio, round and wrinkled seed shape, they also segregated in 3:1 ratio, just like the monohybrid cross. So let's see how he has conducted this dihybrid cross, we call it as. Now in the dihybrid cross, now these are the parent generation, round, yellow, wrinkled, green, as just explained now. Now here these are the genotypes, capital R, capital Y, small r and small y. This is for wrinkled, this is for green, this is for round, and this is for yellow. Now these are the gametes. The gametes, when they are produced and then further they are crossed, and in the F1 generation only round yellow they were produced because they were dominant, so they are produced in the F1 generation, just like the monohybrid cross, like only tall was produced in the first generation. Then after that selfing was done, selfing of these plants, round yellow is crossed with the round yellow. Then he tried to find out what are the possible combinations in the F2 generation. Now when he find out that round yellow is crossed with the round yellow and the gametes, so he has just produced the gametes. They are simplified here, like what are the types of gametes which are being produced when we write capital R and small r on one side and capital Y and small y on the other side of both the types of gametes. We find that these are the four types of combination of gametes which are being produced, which are further giving rise to different combinations. Now all those gametes, when they are written on this side, gametes of one parent are written on this side and gamete of the other parent are written on the other side. So these are all the combinations which are being produced in the second generation. Now here when we count the round and yellow, here round, R stands for the dominant round, and Y stands for the, capital Y stands for the yellow which is dominant. So round yellow, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So 9 round yellow they were produced, and round green were 3, wrinkled yellow were 3, and only one wrinkled green was produced. So that was in continuation with the now the ratio here produced is 9:3:3:1. Now in a dihybrid cross, the phenotype round yellow, wrinkled yellow, round green, wrinkled green, they appeared in the ratio of 9:3:3:1. And such a ratio was observed for several pairs of characters that Mendel studied, and this ratio 9:3 is to 3 is to 1, it is derived with the combination of series of 3 yellow, 1 green, with 3 round, 1 wrinkled, and this derivation can be given in different forms. So based on these observations on dihybrid crosses between plants differing in two traits, Mendel proposed a second law, a second set of generalizations that we call Mendel's laws of independent assortment. Now this was the result of the dihybrid cross, that now 9 were round yellow, 3 were round green, 3 wrinkled yellow, and 1 wrinkled green that was being produced. Now based on this generalization, Mendel proposed the law of independent assortment, and this law states that when two pairs of traits they are combined in a hybrid, segregation of one pair of characters is independent of the other pair of characters. Now the Punnett square which we have studied, it can be used to understand the independent segregation of the two pair of genes during meiosis. Like, let's see the previous slide. Now, independent segregation of the two pair of genes during meiosis, the production of the eggs and the pollen in the F1. So we see that when we see the production of eggs and the pollen in the F1 generation, so these were the alphabets we are using. Consider the segregation of one pair of genes. These are the segregation of one pair of genes and the other pair of genes. So 50% of the gametes have the R gene, and the 50% of the gametes they have this small r. And now besides each gamete having either R or R, it should also be Y, capital Y, or small y. Okay, they were also being produced. So these were also 50%, these were also 50%, and their segregation is being done. Now besides each gamete having either RR or either capital Y and small y, the important thing to remember here is that the segregation of 50% R and 50% R is independent of the segregation of the 50% Y and Y. Therefore 50% of R being gametes and Y, and the other 50% have small y. Similarly, 50% of R gametes bearing gametes, and the 50% of Y, and the other 50% has small y. So there are 4 genotypes of gametes which are being produced. These are the 4 genotypes of the gametes which are being produced, and each with the frequency of 25% of the 1/4 of the total gametes produced. So when you write on the 4 types of eggs and the pollens on the 2 sides of the Punnett square, like all these 4 combinations, when we write on the either side of this Punnett square, we find 4 different types of combinations. Now all these are the 16 squares, and different types of genotypes and phenotypes are formed. And this Punnett square and the genetic ratio and the phenotypic ratio that we have find out is 9:3:3:1, which leads to the law of independent assortment, which states that the 2 pair of traits are combined in a hybrid, and the segregation of 1 pair of characters is independent of the other. Thank you so much.